let's talk about growth. It's a very common term that people use in their day-to-day lives and activities. You'll meet people saying, hey, Mazena, we grow, And other times you'll find some people misbehaving and you'll hear comments like, Uyu at outgrow too. Ama, Uyu, they have a lot of growing up to do, okay? The bottom line is growth. And I read somewhere some time back, and the quote says that growth is a choice. Change is inevitable, but growth is a choice. Meaning, you can't control when change comes your way. You can't even try to dodge it. Change will always come no matter what. At every stage of your life, as you keep on doing life, as you grow together, some of it is natural, some of it is induced because of the circumstances around us, but change is inevitable. But for you to grow and for you to become a better version of yourself, then it is a choice. It is something you need to deliberate on. It is something you need to decide and say, I want to grow. I want to be a better person at this aspect of my life, or I want to be a better person in A, B, and C. Okay? So now, how do we grow as individuals? One, you need to identify your areas and your aspects of life that you need to become better in. For instance, there are people who are struggling with how they treat others. Kuna watu tu hawajui kutreat wengine vizuri. They are very impatient, they are very vulgar when it comes to their language, they are very arrogant, Na si ati it's because maybe kuna mahali wamefika or something. It's just a character issue. Maybe their upbringing or where they grew up kind of shaped the way they treat others, and they are really struggling with it. Na maybe hata wameambiwa na watu wengine, wewe, you need to learn how to treat people better. Okay, maybe they've had such sentiments from people, but they just don't know how. Okay, that is an area. When you meet such people, that is an area you have identified, or they have identified, to grow in. How to treat people with respect, how to talk to people nicely, how to be kind to people, and etc., etc. So you need to identify that area. Another area could be maybe conflict. You just don't know how to handle conflict. Whenever you are exposed to something that is not in line with what you want, or it's against your opinion, and it brings some sort of a conflict or disagreement, you tend to just erupt and you blow up and you just make a mountain out of an anthill. So if you identify that you have an issue with how you handle conflicts, then now you start working on that area. You start seeking for knowledge. You start seeking for information. You start seeking for counsel if need be. You start going for therapy if it's something that needs to get to that extent. You seek for information and you grow in that area. So when after it's maybe years later, maybe 3 or 4 years later, when you meet people that knew the old version of you, they'll be like, where? It is very true. It is very evident that you have really grown in that area. So I'm just here to encourage us that growth is a choice. If you want to grow, be ready to put in the time, the energy, the resources sometimes that are needed to make sure that you grow yourself and become a better version of yourself. You can grow in your career by adding more knowledge and doing more professional courses to just make sure you are empowering the little knowledge that you have. You can grow spiritual as well by creating more time to read the Bible if you're a Christian, by creating more time to go for fellowships. You can grow even in your social aspect. There are so many areas that you can grow in, but growth does not just come. You have to sacrifice, you have to decide, you have to be very intentional about it, and you have to do what you need to do to make sure that you become a better version of yourself. Remember, growth is a choice. Growth is a decision that you make, but change is inevitable. If this video has been of value to you, feel free to share with your loved ones and your friends as well.